2 Kings 6. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he is a very jealous El. He is so jealous he doesn't want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. Yah is short for YahWeh or YahWeh, Yod-He, Vav-He. The son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity more than 2,000 years ago, while the letter J is about 600 years old. And to take a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua. Annals is Chronicles, and Judges is Rulers. 2 Kings 6. And the sons of the prophets said to Elisha, "See, the place where we dwell with you is too small for us. Please let us go to the Jordan, and let every man take a log from there, and let us make there a place to dwell." And he answered, "Go." Then the one said, "Please undertake to go with your servants. Please undertake to go with your servants." And he answered, "I shall go." And he went with them, and they came to the Jordan, and they cut down trees. And it came to be, as one was cutting down a tree, that the iron axe had fell into the water. And he cried out and said, "O my master," for it was borrowed. And the man of Elohim said, "Where did it fall?" And he showed him the place, and he cut off a stick and threw it in there, and made the iron float. Isn't that cool? He made iron float by throwing a stick into the water. And he said, "Pick it up." And he reached out his hand and took it. And the sovereign of Aram was fighting against Israel, and took counsel with his servants, saying, "My camp is in such and such a place." And the man of Elohim sent to the sovereign of Israel, saying, "Be on guard, do not pass this place, for the Arameans are coming down there." The sovereign of Israel then sent to the place of which the man of Elohim had spoken to him, and warned him, so that he was on his guard there, not once and not twice. And this greatly troubled the heart of the sovereign of Aram. And he called his servants and said to them, "Declare to me who of us is for the sovereign of Israel. Who of us is for the sovereign of Israel?" And one of his servants said, "None, my master, O sovereign. For Elisha the prophet, who is in Israel, declares to the sovereign of Israel the words that you speak in your bedroom." And he said, "Go and see where he is, so that I send and get him." And it was reported to him, saying, "See, he is in Dothan, Dothan. And he sent horses and chariots and a great army there. And they came by night and surrounded the city. And the servant of the man of Elohim rose early and went out and saw an army surrounding the city with horses and chariots. And his servant said to him, "O my master, what do we do?" And he answered, "Do not fear, for those who are with us are more than those who are with them." And Elisha prayed and said, "YahWeh, I pray, open his eyes and let him see." And YahWeh opened the eyes of the young man, and he looked and saw the mountain covered with horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed to YahWeh and said, "Strike this nation with blindness, I pray." And he struck them with blindness according to the word of Elisha. And Elisha said to them, "This is not the way, nor is this the city. Follow me, and let me bring you to the man whom you seek." But he led them to Shamaron. And it came to be, when they had come to Shamaron, that Elisha and YahWeh opened the eyes of these men, so that they see. And YahWeh opened their eyes, and they looked and saw they were in the midst of Shamaron. And when the sovereign of Israel saw them, He said to Elisha, my father, should I strike? Should I strike? But he said, do not strike. Do you strike those whom you have taken captive with the sword and your bow? Set food and water before them, and let them eat and drink and go to their master. And he made a great feast for them, and after they ate and drank, he let them go, and they went to their master. And the bands of Aramean raiders came no more into the land of Israel. And after this it came to be that Ben-Hadad, Ben dash capital Had with a line underneath of it, Ad with a line underneath of it, the sovereign of Aram, mustered all his army and went up and besieged Shamaron, and there was a great scarcity of food in Shamaron. And see, they besieged it until a donkey's head went at 80 pieces of silver, and 1/4 of a cab, KAB, of dove droppings for 5 pieces of silver. Wait. 1/4 of a cob of dove droppings? So dove poop? So dove poop went for 5 pieces of silver. 1/4 of a cab for 5 pieces of silver. I don't know how much a cab is. And it came to be, as the sovereign of Israel was passing by on the wall, a woman cried out to him, saying, help my master, O sovereign. And he said, if YahWeh does not help you, where do you find help for you? From the threshing floor or from the winepress? And the sovereign said to her, what is troubling you? And she answered, this woman said to me, give your son, and let us eat him today, and tomorrow we eat my son. So we cooked my son and ate him. Oh. You're not supposed to eat people whatsoever. So we cooked my son and ate him, and I said to her on the next day, give your son and let us eat him. But she has hidden her son. And it came to be, when the sovereign heard the words of the woman, that he tore his garments. And as he passed by on the wall, the people looked and saw the sackcloth on his body underneath. And he said, Elohim, do so to me, and more also, if the head of Elisha, son of Shaphat, remains on him today. Son of Shaphat, Shaphat, remains on him today. And Elisha was sitting in his house, and the elders were sitting with him. And the sovereign sent a man ahead of him, but before the messenger came to him, he said to the elders, do you see how this son of a murderer has sent someone to take away my head? Look, when the messenger comes, shut the door and hold him fast at the door. Is not the sound of his master's feet behind him? While he was still speaking with them, then see, the messenger came down to him, and he said, look, this evil is from YahWeh. Look, this evil is from YahWeh. Why should I wait for YahWeh any longer? While he was still speaking with them, then see, the messenger came down to him, and he said, look, this evil is from YahWeh. Why should I wait for YahWeh any longer? Sounds like impatience to me.